Have you gotten to see the video of your goal? This is sort of a reaction type shot, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was a reaction type shot. I kind of don't even remember that, like, me opening up my knee that much. I was pretty much more just trying to, like, kind of run into the ball, make sure, because I didn't want to bring my foot up to it because I didn't want to go up, and I didn't want to bring my head down to it and, like, kind of lose sight of it because it was moving pretty fast. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to make sure I try to get some part of my leg on it and make sure I don't try and change my angle too much. And, yeah, I ended up going in top corner.
Sure.
Had you previously thought about going and jumping in the crowd, like kind of a Lambeau leap, or like how'd that all come about?
I never plan anything. Like, I always plan something and it completely goes, away right after I score. Like, as soon as I heard the crowd, I just went crazy in my head. I started running over, and I kind of saw them kind of do this. I saw like two people the same section kind of come like this. I was like, sure. And as I'm looking at their stands, everybody's just so hyped up and hugging each other. It was a pretty cool moment.
Have you ever ran up a wall like that before?
No. I mean, maybe an obstacle course or a jungle gym when I was 5, but since then it's been scarce.
There's been some great Barrett goals and celebrations over last 2 seasons that you've been here. Do you have a favorite, or where does this last one rank?
I like the fake hamstring and the teacup. The teacup ballerina and the fake hamstring were pretty good, but the teacup was a good one because it was in Portland, kind of a little salt in the wound.
How does being a hero or even a GOAT kind of different in this age of sort of social media, maybe as opposed to at the beginning of your career? I mean, do you hear a lot on Twitter and all that? Does that kind of let things linger?
Well, if I keep doing it, they're going to bring in the closer position in soccer. But it's bring the righty. No, it's not something you prepare for. It's not something you practice. It's just something that you have to mentally be ready for. And that's that's the job. I've been a starter. I've been a sub. I was a sub. I played this role a lot in the beginning years, and now I'm kind of back to it. And like I said, on this team, it's understandable. You got so much talent. How does Ziggy find a spot on the field for you? Mm-hmm. But my job was to make it tough on him, mm-hmm. and I wasn't in the lineup to start, but I was the next one, and Valdez got hurt, so my number was called, and I was happy to answer.
Seems like you get a lot of those right place, right time kind of goals. What is that mentality for
you guys think it's an
striker?
accident still? No, it's just prep. It's just IQ. It's just I know where to be. I know where the ball is most likely to go because I've seen it 1,000 times. A ball might end up here, ball might squirt here. If it's you can't plan for deflections, but I know that if Brad gets his head on the ball, he's going to try and head it goalwards. And like I said, afterwards, I didn't see anybody crashing from the back post, so that was just going to be my job. I was going to try and make sure I crashed at least one time, and the one chance I picked, it worked out. There's times in your career where if you'll make that run 9 times and the 10th run you don't get it, and then you're like, God, it's just one of those times, and it's just one of those times. I was right place, right time, right ball, and perfect moment.
What was the message from the coaching staff kind of in the days, I guess the last day since then? Have you earned your spot back in the 18?
It's week to week with this team, so it's we had to come out here. We have 2 weeks of practice. So much can happen. People can go down injured, people can fall ill. You saw what happened with Chad Marshall, such a freak accident. So my job is just to just keep my fitness for the next 2 weeks, do as much as I can to be ready, and just keep the same mindset. And it's going to be really good with this week off, and we're going to come back in, and I think that everybody's going to have fresh legs and kind of a rejuvenated spirit. And I think it was important for us not to go into this break with a loss at home to LA again. That would have been bad. So I think it was really good too for us to get a tie because it felt like Brad said, it felt like a win.
How important is it to get a break at this point in time, right before you have 2 matches to close out the season?
It's just important to do it right before playoffs. We expect to get in the playoffs. I mean, we're not saying Houston's a bad team or Salt Lake's a bad team, but that's our mindset. We're going to make playoffs, and that's going to be our goal. And that little break is people going home. You can go see their family. You can go wherever, go hang out with friends, whatever. And that's just so important. Just have that little mental break right before you go into a tough stretch of games.
Ziggy has been saying 51 points is what he thinks it'll take all season. That would be, that's 4 points from where y'all are. Does that feel about right? I mean, I'm sure y'all are aiming for 6, but do you think a draw and a win gets it done?
We don't know what gets it done. I mean, obviously, you want to finish with the highest seed you can possibly get, so we're going for 6 points. Put ourselves in the best possible place we can. We've obviously left a lot of points on the table at a lot of different points during this season, but now it's all these games are must-wins for us. I mean, that's the way we're going to approach them. We're going to approach them each one as a winner-go-home type thing, and when we do that, we come with the energy, our skill, and our talent normally take over, and when we score early, hopefully we can start doing that again, because when we get down from behind it, it's been tough for us this year. Tougher.
I got one more for you. Back to the celebration on Sunday night. you jumped into the crowd and you celebrated with your team, and then you pushed yourself away and you had a nice bow kind of moment in like living in the 56,000 people cheering for you. For all of us who've never had 56,000 people cheer for us, what does that feel like?
It was just, I guess I could probably say I had a tough thing. I haven't been in the lineup in the 18 and stuff like that. And, that was a real exclamation point for me, a real statement for me, to say, hey, I belong in this 18 at least, So you don't know when it's going to be your last, chance, So to me, that was me soaking it up, just kind of, just reveling it with the fans. And, it's great to celebrate with those guys, So, it was just that.